Hey guys, it is my 30th birthday today, and my birthday has been interesting so far. I didn't get much sleep, maybe less than an hour of sleep. Um, a lot of nerves, a lot of fear, and anxieties lately. And I just went to church. I just got home from church. I went to Mass. For those of you who don't know, I am Catholic. And it was a sort of an emotional moment of prayer for me throughout the Mass. And I came into the church wanting to pray, Lord, what do I do right now about my fear? And, when I was young, I thought that I wasn't afraid of anything. Growing up as a kid, I was afraid of horror movies, I guess. Scary zombie girls, in Japanese movies, the girls with their hair over their face. Demons and stuff like that, ghosts. I was always afraid of scary movies, and the jump scares would always get me and traumatize me. When I was 19, first wanting to become an animator and filmmaker, I wanted to examine why I'm afraid of those things. And I realized, the basic things that we fear are death, the unknown, and surprises and pain. Those are the very basic things that we're afraid of. And because I thought about it, I got over it, and I was able to, sit down and watch a scary movie and not really be scared. And because I'm like, okay, not only is this movie not real, but the fear that you're feeling is based on what's going to happen to the characters, not me. And so I was able to detach myself from it. And growing older, throughout my 20s, which are over now as of today, during my 20s, I guess I learned who I am, what I wanted my career to be, and I started working really hard at it, and I got married. And now the big change that I've noticed, just turning 30, is that I'm invested in things that are beyond just myself, and that comes with a new set of fears. And those fears are, things like fear for the success of my marriage, fear for the life of my future children, for my career, for the relationships with my family and friends. Fear that those things might not be, protected forever, I guess. And the fear is much less for my own life, for myself. It's more for the people around me. And I guess that's noble. I guess it is. But it's new to me, and it can be paralyzing. And one of the things that Jesus would say, and it's in the Bible, is be not afraid. Don't be afraid. And people say that's said hundreds of times in the Bible. And I'm trying. I want to know how I can do that, how I can approach these new fears, and examine them in the same way that I examined the more primitive fears when I was 19, so that I can't be afraid of them anymore, or so that I won't be afraid of them anymore. Because I know they'll always be inside and innate, and I'll still feel them. But how can I conquer them and address them and approach them with courage? There's a lot of responsibilities now, and I guess the responsibility comes with fear. It just comes with it. And I want to be brave. And so during Mass this morning, that was my prayer, to ask God, how can I do this? And I noticed that I went to a Mass at a Catholic school, and there were a lot of children in the Mass, and the priest was giving a homily about the Eucharist, simply the Eucharist, teaching them what it is, why it's in the tabernacle, how it's consecrated to become the body and blood of Jesus Christ. And I was just listening, and I remember the roots of my faith, the simplicity of it, that all the fear and anxiety doesn't necessarily disappear in the face of the Eucharist, but the Eucharist gives us not only a means of comfort, but a way through it, the way to it, for me as a Catholic, the Eucharist, receiving the Eucharist and becoming one with God and Jesus Christ is my purpose in life. Now, all those things, all the things that I feel responsible for, I want to protect. But at the same time, I don't have full control over every single circumstance that happens. I can only do my best. I can only do the best possible job I can. And I will try, because I believe those things are meaningful to me. But I know that deep down, beyond that, there is a comfort and security knowing that beyond this life is God. And I know some of you listening to this, especially those of you who subbed to me for art content, this probably has nothing to do with you, but for me, whenever I go to Mass, especially this morning, and I teared up a little bit during the communion song, because I was realizing that my purpose in life is to love God. And with that in mind, at least for a small, short moment after I received the Eucharist, the fear went away and I felt peace. And when I acknowledged that peace, I began to tear up a little bit, because I knew that it was still there, that deep down the peace is still there. It was a little bit hard for me to say, peace be with you, peace be with you. Maybe I can offer others peace, but to receive peace, maybe I'm so reluctant to it because of those fears. And I allow the fear to fester. And to be not afraid doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to feel that fear, because I want to allow myself to feel it so that I can understand it. And yeah, for those of you who are listening, please pray for me. Keep me in your thoughts. And I wish you all the best too. And it's my birthday, and I guess my gift that I would ask of all of you is your prayers. But I also offer that gift to all of you as well. I pray for you, for all your goals and your responsibilities, your aspirations. And if you're older, the things that you feel responsible for, your family and friends, your careers, your life, your health, all those things, I wish you the best. Thank you, and I love you all. Bye-bye.